list and card components. So in this section, we are going to build the nested component. Means the list component is going to be there. Within that, we are going to iterate independent individual card or tile component. So we need to have a list component markup to display the list of volunteers. Then we are using the nested iteration component. Within that, we are embedding card or tile component. For that, we are also having a card or tile component to nest within the list component. This is called the nested components. So before I go there, step ahead from JavaScript controller, let's move ourselves to the helper. Initially, we understood that helper part is for neatness of the code. That's one thing. Then whenever I want to call method after method, so the helper is the only way. What I am doing this part, cut here. Let me go to the helper. So in the controller, you are having such component reference. Helper, it's expecting one parameter. Helper search parameter. Okay. Here I am pasting it. So here, what is this search component? This part. Okay. Coming to the controller. So what I will do, I am doing search helper, the reference variable to the helper, and helper search method. What I need to pass, my component reference. Save. Come to the helper. In the helper, first of all, have the console. Okay, let's test the flow. You're in console tab. Have one action. You see, begin do submit of client-side JavaScript controller. From there, helper search method got invoked, and from the helper, you have got normal wait. That is from the helper. After helper, again you have. Okay, let's test. You see, so do submit client-side JavaScript controller, from there helper, and again back to client-side JavaScript controller. Again here, helper dot method 2, helper dot method 3, helper dot method 4. Then I need to have list markup, volunteer list. Here, first of all, let me have an attribute. Type equals to list, the list of volunteers, the list of volunteers. Or else what I will show you is the list of string, the list of integer, the list of S object also. Okay, fine. So the default I am giving this one. Next, let me demonstrate you iteration tag for you. So it is having two things, items and variable. If you are from Visual Force, you know data list, data table, page block table having value, where, right? So this items is nothing but value, the list of. So the list here is volunteer list. Volunteer. Here simply having output text, give value, this single one. Okay, so what's happening? So iteration is a nested component. You are having the list and variable. In each iteration, the single individual record. So you are printing it using output text. Test it now. My main focus, I want to show you the nested apple, ball, cat. Okay. If you want to have it in different lines, so have a line break printed or a line break. You see? Okay, it's clear for me. Now this volunteer list is not the list of string. Let it be the list of volunteers. So let me remove this default. Only for demonstration purpose I have shown you. Okay, so volunteer list, a list variable, an attribute is there. Let it be there. Now output text, let me remove. Okay, So this volunteer list is going to have volunteer. Okay, so here I am going to have one tile or card component. Okay, let's go to SLDS tile. So this is lightning components tiles. So you have base 1 or the other types. So the Salesforce shows displays records like this. So this is the important field, account name, for example, then billing street value, billing city value. Okay, so what I will do, let me copy and paste into my markup, and let me have volunteer name here, then height, weight, mobile, email. Fine. Let me take a fresh component, volunteer tile. So I am not going to use an individual. So it is a child to the list. So I am not going to implement these interfaces. Okay. So let me copy and paste that one. So I have pasted the code. In this, what I have taken attribute with name VOL, stands for volunteer, of type SObject. Here not string, not integer, non-primitive type. And I have taken this code from that SLDS component tile. So I have kept the styles as they are. Then here you see non-primitive reference. View dot non-primitive dot its attribute name. Then height non-primitive SObject field. Okay, like that I have taken height, weight, BMI, category, and let me also take mobile and email. Okay, so the volunteer tile is ready with one attribute VOL, stands for SObject volunteer _C. Next, let me put this within the list, volunteer list component within the iteration. Let me have, and it is having one attribute vol, that is volunteer. Provide this. Save this one. Okay, so the items list is nothing is there. Okay, so and no action is also getting happened, only skeleton is there, only structure. I have the list, I have a individual tile component. Then let's apply SLDS styles to the components. Already we have applied, we will understand.